So our third kind of ointment, that is a diadermic ointment, are meant for the action for deep penetration and release drug that passes from skin and produce the systemic action, right? Means systemic action means the diadermic ointment are come in contact with our blood circulation, right? Our blood circulation, because it has a deep penetration, means it has a deep absorption or strong absorption. They are readily very fastly absorbed from the all layer of our skin, right? And that, and the drug are passes through the all our skin layer. Due to the passing of from the all layer, our drug able to come in contact with our systemic circulation, means our blood stream, right? So you know that is absorption is a very important process for the passing the our drug from the all layers and come in contact with the systemic circulation, right? So by this way our diadermic ointment are categorized and on the basis of their penetration rate, means epidermic 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 ointment has a very low absorption or not absorption, no, means epidermic ointment are not absorbed, but the endodermic has a some uh, ability to absorb from the or passes through the layer of our skin. But our diadermic kind of ointment has a good ability to cross the overall kind of skin and able to or help to reach the our drug into the blood circulation, right? So by this way our ointment are categorized, right, on the basis of their penetration rate, right? So that is epidermic ointment, then endodermic ointment, and diadermic ointment, right? Diadermic has a property that is a deep penetration, means diadermic has a high penetration rate than the epidermic and endodermic kind of ointment, right? So afterward our another classification, that is the according to their therapeutic uses. According to their therapeutic uses means if we get an infection in the skin, that time they are categorized, then as well as means as well as their therapeutic uses, right? If is used for the itching, that time also it is categorized on the basis of itching. On the basis of means in simple as on the basis of their pharmacological effect, the ointment are classified, right? So let's see, this is the very lengthy topic, right? So let's see, we will discuss it very shortly, right? So that is according to their therapeutic use. So according to their therapeutic use, the ointment are classified in 12 part, right? In a 12 part, that is the first of all antibiotic ointment. Those ointments show the antibiotic effect are classified, right? And means on the basis of their, if our drug shows, if our ointment shows the antibiotic effect, that time also it is also categorized in a different way. Then if it our ointment shows the antifungal effect, that time also it is categorized in the another way. If our ointment used for the anti-inflammatory properties, or for or it is gives the anti-inflammatory effect, that time also it is categorized by the another way, right? So by this way, by this sequence our ointment are categorized. That's why it is called as according to their therapeutic uses, right? So first of all, that is antibiotic ointment, then antifungal ointment, anti-inflammatory ointment, anti-pruritic ointment, then astringent ointment, anti-eczematous ointment, then keratolytic ointment, then counter-irritant ointment, then dandruff treating ointment, then psoriasis treatment ointment, parasitic ointment, and protectant ointment. So by this way, according to their therapeutic property or therapeutic effect, our ointment are classified. So first of all, start with our antibiotic kind of ointment. So let's see what is that. They are used to kill microorganism, right? Means antibiotic, you know the antibiotic, the definition of antibiotic, that is the agent which able to or help to kill or prevent the or inhibit the growth of our microorganism are called as antibiotic, right? So various kind of antibiotics are available in our market, also in the ointment form or another another dosage form, right? So but in which we will only discuss the our ointment kind of antibiotic preparation, right? So as I said, that is the antibiotic ointment help to kill the microorganism, and you know that is the ointment applied on externally on the surface of our skin, right? If we will get a infection, microbial infection in our skin or skin layer or a mucous membrane, that time doctor will prescribe the antibiotic kind of our ointment, right? So there is some example of our antibiotic ointment, that is means antibiotic ointment contain the bacitracin. This is the one kind of antibiotic, the neomycin, bacitracin, right? Bacitracin, neomycin, and chlorotetracycline, neomycin, and bacitracin. This is the active constituent, right? And these constituent are available in ointment form. That's why it is fall under the antibiotic ointment, right? Means bacitracin, it is an antibiotic kind of drug. Neomycin also antibiotic kind of drug, and chlorotetracycline also antibiotic kind of drug, right? And these kind of drugs are prescribed as a ointment form, right? As a ointment form, that's why it is called as a antibiotic ointment. So then our second kind of ointment, that is antifungal. Its name itself suggests that those ointment used for the treatment of fungal infection, that time we will call it, or preparation is a antifungal ointment, right? Or gives the antifungal properties, means help to kill the fungal, whatever the fungal infection you have, fungal are present in our skin or mucous membrane, and they are able to produce infection. That time if we accidentally get a fungal infection, that time our doctor prescribe the antifungal ointment, right? So antifungal ointment are used to inhibit the fungi, used to kill the our fungal, right? So fungal is a microorganism, right? And it able to cause the skin infection, right? Then commonly used antifungal agent are benzoic acid, salicylic acid, and nystatin. So this is the active drug, name of our active drug. It possesses the antifungal action. Means if we will get a fungal infection in our any part of our body, external body, right? External part of our body, that time doctor prescribe the antifungal kind of ointment, and either it is and that antifungal ointment contain either the benzoic acid, salicylic acid, and nystatin, right? This is the active constituent or antifungal drug, right? And these drugs are prescribed as a ointment preparation, in the ointment preparation. Then after that, anti-inflammatory ointment. Anti-inflammatory means inflammation. If we get inflammation in our skin, that time doctor prescribe the anti-inflammatory ointment, means it is able to treat the inflammation or allergic or pruritic condition of our skin, right? These used to treat a inflammatory, allergic, and pruritic condition of our skin, right? If we get a allergy or redness or rashes on our skin, or pruritic means that is the itching, right? Pruritic means, right, pruritic mean itching. If we will get itching on our skin, that time it is called as a pruritic, right? So and it shows the anti-inflammatory ointment shows the inflammatory action. Then if we will get allergy, that time also it help to treat the allergic condition, rashes, right? Then pruritic, if we get itching on our skin surface, that time also anti-inflammatory ointment prescribed by the doctor, right? So betamethasone, valerate, hydrocortisone, and its acetate, right? Means betamethasone and hydrocortisone act as a anti-inflammatory drug, right? Means these two kind of drugs able to produce the anti-inflammatory property. Means when we need to treat the inflammation, allergic reaction, or pruritic or itching type of condition of our skin, that time doctor prescribe the either betamethasone valerate or hydrocortisone kind of anti-inflammatory ointment, right? So this is the drug, and it shows the, or it gives a property like a anti-inflammation, right? So you remember this. Then our fourth one is a anti-pruritic, and this is the special for the itching. For the itching purpose, that is a for if we get if we need to get itchy relieve the itching, or if we treat to itching, that time the anti-pruritic ointment are prescribed, right? The anti-pruritic ointment are used to relieve the itching, right? Itching condition for various kind of allergic reaction, due to allergic reaction or some any other infection, there is chances of occurring the itching, right? So that for that particular consequences, doctor prescribe the antipruritic kind of ointment, right? And it, that's why it used to give a relief from the our itching, right? So there is a various there is a two kind of drug are given, that is a benzo benzocaine and coal tar. Benzocaine and coal tar has a antipruritic properties, means ointment containing the benzocaine or coal tar used for the treatment of itching condition, right? So itching condition also occurred on our skin surface, right? So that's why it is categorized by this way, that is antipruritic ointment. Then astringent kind of ointment. The astringent kind of ointment. So astringent kind of ointment causes a contraction of skin and decrease the discharge, decrease the discharge, right? And astringent means the astringent means the agent which block the our pores of our skin, right? Or it able to cause the contraction of our skin. Due to the contraction of our skin, there is a decrease in the flow of our secretion, right? That's what is called a decrease the discharge from the skin, right? Suppose we get a discharge from our skin, that time the astringent kind of ointment are prescribed, because it has the ability to contract our skin, or able to block our skin pores. That's why there is a stopping the flow of discharge, right? Also the astringent ointment able to stop the sweating of our body, right? Means it able to stop the sweating of our body, because it's contract the our pores or block the our skin pores. That's why unable to decrease the discharges from our skin. So as like the calamine, zinc oxide, acetic acid and tannic acid, these are the drug possess the astringent effect, right? And this kind of drug also dispense in a ointment form, right? Calamine act as astringent, zinc oxide, acetic acid and tannic acid act as a astringent preparation, right? Then anti eczematous, right? So anti-eczematous ointment are used to prevent the oozing and excretion from the vesicle on the skin, right? Means anti-eczematous ointment are the ointment which prevent the oozing or secretion of our skin secretion, right? Skin secretion, that is oozing, skin secretion. Anti-oozing means anti-eczematic, that is for the treatment of the eczema also. And eczema is one skin condition, that time our skin become red and itchy, that time also anti-eczematous ointment are also used. And for the preventing the oozing means the remove out the some fluid from the our skin, that condition are the oozing. Also excretion from the vessels of the skin, that kind of condition are treated with the help of anti-eczematous ointment. So here is a hydrocortisone, ecthanol, coal tar and salicylic acid act as a anti-eczematous effect for the preventing the oozing and excretion from the vessel on the skin also, right? So By this way our classification are done, right? So another question,